Chapter 6, Lesson 2a. We're solving multiplication equations now for a variable. Same type of thing that we've been doing with addition and subtraction equations, but now we have an equation that's multiplying. So your learning target today is I know how to solve one-step multiplication equations. So the definition of the division property of equality says that two sides of an equation will remain equal when you divide by the same number on each side. So if you have A is equal to B, if A equals B, then A divided by C is still going to equal B divided by C. That'll be the same thing here. Okay, so if A is equal to B, then when you divide A divided by C, you're doing the same thing over on the other side. It's going to stay the same. Nothing's going to change. Okay, so the key concept here is to solve one-step multiplication equations. We have to first use the division property of equality to divide a number being multiplied by a variable from both sides of the equal sign to keep the equation balanced. Then we simplify. Alright, so let's do just a couple of examples here. So example 1 says to solve 25 equals negative 5x, and then check your solution, okay? So we have 25 all alone on this side, and this is equal to, that means it's balanced. Remember our teeter-totter thing, that both sides are equal. They're the same value as negative 5x. Okay, and we're trying to see what is x then. If we know that negative 5 times x is going to equal 25, what must x be in order to make that a true statement? And then we got to check our solution. So to do that, we have to use the division property of equality by dividing by the number that is next to, or that is being multiplied by the variable. They're being multiplied, we have to do the opposite of that. And so if we do that on one side, we have to do it to the other side as well. And then negative 5 divided by negative 5 is just 1, or just x, because 1 times x is just going to be x. That's the multiplication identity. And 25 divided by a negative 5, well, we know that's going to be a negative 5 as well. Negative 5, because negative 5 times negative 5 is a positive 25. And we've checked our solution then. So, that's it. Negative 5 is x, and that works. Let's do example 2. Example 2 says that Serena mailed 138 letters during the last 6 days. We need to write and solve an equation to find, on average, how many letters she mailed on each day. Okay, so we first have to set up an equation. And we know that she sent out 138 letters over those 6 days. Okay, so we have 6 times the amount of days that she sent out letters, and that's what we're trying to figure out is how many letters she mailed each day. So D is equal to the number of letters sent out each day. Okay, and now we just have to solve. And we do that by using the division property of equality. Because if we divide by 6 on this side, we're going to be left with just D over on this side. That's it. Because 6 divided by 6 is 1, and 1 times D is just D. And then we have to divide by 6 on this side, because whatever you do on one side, you have to do on the other. And 138 divided by 6, that's a little bit more difficult, so I'm going to have to take 138 and divide it by 6. I know 6 can't go into 1, but 6 can go into 13 twice. 6 times 2 is 12. Subtract, we get 1 left over, and we have to bring down that 8 of ours. We know 6 goes into 18 3 times, and 6 times 3 is 18. Therefore, 138 divided by 6 is 23. So what that means then is if she sent out 138 letters in 6 days, that means she sent out 23 letters per day on average. So on these word problems, you just have to set up the equation and then solve based on how we've known how to solve by using the properties of division, or if it's addition equation, or if it's a subtraction equation. We're just using the properties that we already know how to use to solve these types of problems. All right, have fun. See you later. Bye.